Welcome back to our channel Respect Education. Now we see chapter 3 polynomials in that exercise 3.2, right? Let us see first question. The graphs of y equal to p of x are given in the figure below for some polynomials p of x. In each case, find the number of zeros of the given polynomial p of x. See here, I have drawn figure A. This is the graph given for us, children. Here you see this is called x-axis and this is y-axis. This x-axis here, if you take the points, this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, right? Here, if the given graph it passes through this minus 2, then we can say that minus 2 is a 0 of the polynomial. For example, here the graph is, instead of giving parallel line, suppose if it is given passing through minus 2, again it is touching y-axis, then again it is passing through plus 3, then we can say here minus 2 is a 0 and 3 is also another 0. So this polynomial has two zeros when if the given graph intersects x-axis at two distinct points. That means here you need to understand the number of zeros is nothing but the number of times the graph intersects the x-axis. Here you understand, children, the given graph is here, that is parallel to x-axis. It does not intersect at all. It does not intersect x-axis at all. It intersects y-axis, but that will not come under account of number of zeros. So here you can write that the number of zeros of p of x is 0, as here we need to write the reason, children, as the graph does not intersect the x-axis at all. Here you need to understand once again, the given graph does not intersect x-axis at all. That is the reason here the number of zeros of the given polynomial is 0. Now let us see next bit, that is second bit. Here is the graph given. Now here we are asked to write the number of zeros. Here you observe, children, the given graph it intersects x-axis at only one point, right? So this graph has only one zero. Let us write that one only. The number of zeros of p of x is 1 as it intersects, or we can write as the graph intersects x-axis at only one point. So here as it intersects x-axis at one point only, that is the reason the graph of the given polynomial or the polynomial has only one zero. Now let us see next bit, that is third bit. So this is the given graph. First, before starting the answer, let us count at how many points the graph intersects x-axis. This is the first point. This intersects, but it is y-axis, so we need not count it. So this is the second point, this is the third point. So let us write the answer now. The number of zeros of p of x is 1, 2, 3 is 3, as the graph of p of x intersects at the x-axis at 3 points. Let us see next bit, that is fourth bit. Here this is the given graph. So before writing the answer, let us count. Here you see this is the first time and this is second time. So this graph intersects x-axis at 2 points. So here it has 2 zeros. Let us write the same thing. The number of zeros of p of x is, here you see 2 points. So the number of zeros of p of x is 2 as the graph of p of x intersects the x-axis at 2 points. At 2 points. Now let us do next bit, that is fifth bit. See here the graph intersects x-axis at 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So let us start the answer here. The number of zeros of p of x is, here I have seen 4. So number of zeros is 4 as the graph intersects the x-axis at 4 points. Now let us see next bit, that is sixth bit. See here the graph intersects x-axis at 1, this is 2, this is 3. So we can write the answer. The number of zeros of p of x is, see here 1, 2, 3. So number of zeros is 3 as the graph of p of x intersects the x-axis at 3 points. So this is how, by counting the number of intersection points on the x-axis, we can conclude the number of the zeros of the given polynomial. Now let us see next question, that is question number 2. Find the zeros of the given polynomials. In this first bit, p of x equal to 3x. Here the meaning of the question is, for which value of x this p of x will be 0. So for that we need to follow a small procedure with which we will get the answer easily. So here let us take, so let p of x is equal to 0. Let us take the p of x equal to 0. That means here you see p of x is nothing but 3x. So 3x is 0. From this we are going to find the value of x. So here x is equal to, this is 3 into, let us send 3 that side, it will become 0 divided by 3. So 0 by 3 is nothing but 0. So finally x equal to 0. Right? Now the answer is, find the zeros of the polynomial. Therefore the zero of the polynomial, or we can write p of x, is x equal to 0. Okay, here I would like to give you a small conclusion, children, confirmation here. How this p of x, for this p of x, how this x equal to 0 is 0? It's very simple. See, here you can check whether is x equal to 0 a 0 for the p of x or not. So here given p of x equal to 3x. Now let us substitute in place of x 0. Then p of 0 is 3 into 0. 3 into 0 is 0. That means here who makes the given polynomial 0? 0 makes the given polynomial 0. That is the reason here, children, the 0 of the p of x means 0 of the given polynomial 3x is x equal to 0. Right? Now let us see next bit, that is second bit. P of x equal to x square plus 5x plus 6. Actually for solving this problem there are two methods, children. So I will tell you both the methods. Let us see the method one, first method. First we need to substitute in place of x various values. Somewhere we get p of that value is 0. By the time the value what made the polynomial 0, that will be the 0 of the given polynomial. It may be a little bit confusing. So while solving you will come to know. Let us substitute in place of x. I am substituting 0 first. So p of 0 is nothing but this is 0 square plus 5 into 0 plus 6. So it is 0 square is 0 plus 5 zeros are 0, 0 plus 0 is 0. So 0 plus 6 is finally it is 0. So the question is that is p of 0 0? No, p of 0 is 6. So in this case 0 cannot be the 0 for the given polynomial. Is it clear? Because p of 0 is not equal to 0, that is the reason here 0 cannot be the 0 for this. Now let us substitute p of x is equal to 1, means in place of x I am writing 1 here. So it is p of 1 becomes 1 square plus 5 into 1 plus 6. 1 square is 1, 1 plus 5 1 are 5, 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. So this is also not 0, this is also not 0. Now let us substitute in place of x minus 1, right? So it is p of minus 1 becomes minus 1 whole square plus 5 into minus 1 plus 6. Minus 1 whole square is plus 1, right? This is 1 minus 5 plus 6. 1 plus 6 is 7, 7 minus 5 is 2, this is also non-zero, right? Let us substitute. Here we can substitute 2 also children, but here simple logic you see. Here all the terms are positive. If you substitute 2, then it definitely it won't be 0. For example, you see 2 square is 4, 5 2s are 10, 14 plus 6 20. So that's why let us check with negative numbers. So here I am taking minus 2. So p of minus 2 is minus 2 whole square plus 5 into minus 2 plus 6. Now here you see minus 2 whole square is plus 4 minus 5 2s are 10. Here this plus 6. So finally 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. Here you catch it children. P of minus 2 becomes 0. Right? Here p of minus 2 becomes 0. That is the reason here find the zeros. So we found 1 0, that is minus 2 is a 0 of p of x. Here you can think, can we conclude the problem here? You just observe the given question. This is a quadratic polynomial because its degree is 2. When its degree is 2, it will have maximum 2 roots or 2 zeros. Maximum 2 zeros means here better we can go for another 0 also, because already we got one of them. It is not compulsory that it should have 2, but maximum 2 zeros it can have. So here let us take another number, that is I am taking here. If I take for example plus 3, again it becomes more, as every term is positive. I am taking minus 3 children. So x equal to minus 3. Now here p of minus 3 equal to minus 3 whole square plus 5 into minus 3 plus 6. So minus 3 whole square is 9, plus and minus minus 5 3s are 15. So minus 15 plus this 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. Right? So here we got p of minus 3 is 0. That is the reason minus 3 is a 0 of p of x. As I have told you, its degree is 2. So at most means maximum it will have only 2 zeros. So the required zeros we got here. Therefore we can write as minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of the given p of x. Now let us solve the same bit, that is second bit, p of x equal x square plus 5x plus 6 in another method. So let us take it as alternate method. So in examination you can do either the previous one or this one. Actually this method it will be introduced in the chapter 5, that is quadratic equation, which you are going to learn in the further classes. So here let us take, let p of x equal to 0, then what happens here, x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0, right? Here you see children, x square coefficient is 1. The constant is 6. Let us multiply these two first. 6 1s are 6. Right? So for that 6, here I repeat, x square coefficient is 1, constant is 6. Multiply these two. So 1 into 6 or 6 into 1, that is 6. Let us write the factors of 6 now. 1 into 6 is 6, 2 into 3 is 6, 3 into 2 is 6. Here when we get repetition, we can stop. Now here, as every term is positive, by adding which numbers we are getting the middle number, that is 5. By adding which pair of numbers we get middle number 5. Here you see 1 plus 6 is 7, that is not 5, so this pair is not suitable. 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5, so any one of them can be taken because both are equal. Here 2 and 3, here 3 and 2, both are equal. So here let us take either 2 and 3, or else you can take 3 and 2 also, no problem. So here I am splitting the middle term as x square, right, as it is. 5x I am splitting as 2x plus 3x, 2x plus 3x, 6 I am writing as it is. This is called splitting the middle term. Now here I take in first two, I take x common. So here x square and 2x, when I take x common, here one x is left, plus in 2x, x I have taken as common, so 2 is left. In these two terms, I am taking 3 as common. In 3x, when the 3 goes as common, x is left here, plus here in 6, that is 3 into 2. Here you see 3 came out, so here 2 is left. So again now x into x plus 2 is one term, 3 into x plus 2 is second term. So in these two terms, x plus 2 is common. I am taking x plus 2 common. Here x is left, here 3 is left. Clear? In this x into x plus 2 plus 3 into x plus 2, I am taking x plus 2 common. Here x is left and 3 is left. So is equal to 0. When the product of two polynomials becomes 0, then individually either x plus 2 is 0 or x plus 3 is 0. So here let us send plus 2 that side, x equal to minus 2 or x equal to plus 3 becomes this side, it is minus 3. Here you see children, x equal to minus 2 and x equal to minus 3. Therefore, here we can write that, find the zeros. Minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of the given polynomial p of x. This is another way to solve the same problem. Now let us do next bit, that is the third bit. P of x equal to x plus 2 into x plus 3. So here as usual we can take p of x as 0. So let p of x equal to 0. So here p of x means x plus 2 into x plus 3 is 0. See here product of two polynomials is 0, then definitely either x plus 2 is 0 or x plus 3 is 0, right? Now here x is equal to plus 2, sum that side, it is 0 minus 2, so minus 2, or x equal to plus 3, sum that side, 0 minus 3 is minus 3. Therefore minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of the given polynomial p of x. The meaning is that here when you substitute minus 2, here it will make the given polynomial 0. Here you see minus 2 plus 2 into minus 2 plus 3. Minus 2 plus 2 becomes 0. Okay, 0 into minus 2 plus 3 is 1. So 0 into 1 is 0. Same way, when you substitute minus 3, this will become 0, minus 3 plus 3. So 0 into anything is again 0. So that is the reason finally minus 2 and minus 3 are the zeros of the polynomial p of x. Now let us see next bit, that is fourth bit. P of x equal to x power 4 minus 16. So here let p of x equal to 0. So p of x in the sense x power 4 minus 16 is 0. So here we can write x power 4 as x square whole square, right? 2 into 2 is 4. Same way 16 I am writing as 4 square is equal to 0, right? So it is in the form of a square minus b square, whose formula is a plus b into a minus b. By using this formula, you just compare x square with a. So a is x square, then only a square means x square whole square. See here, inside this bracket what is that? That full you take as a. So a equal to x square. Same b equal to 4, right? Now here you write a plus b means a means x square plus 4. A plus b into a minus b, x square minus 4 equal to 0. Right? Now here let us take the product of two polynomials is 0. So individually each one can become 0. So here I am taking either x square plus 4 equal to 0 or x square minus 4 equal to 0. X square minus 4 equal to 0. So first of all, this is very easy to simplify. Let us solve that one. X square minus 4 can be written as 2 square equal to 0. So here let us maintain the bracket to compare with the formula. So here the formula again a square minus b square, whose formula is a plus b into a minus b. So here a means x. See here inside the bracket x is there, that is a. B means 2. So here a plus b means x plus 2 into a minus b, x minus 2 equal to 0. Again here two subcategories, either x plus 2 is 0 or x minus 2 is 0, since their product is 0. So here finally get x equal to minus 2 or x equal to 7 minus 2, that side, that is 0 plus 2. So x equal to 2. So here we get two zeros, children, x equal to minus 2 and x equal to plus 2. Can we solve the problem here? Just observe the given polynomial, this is x power 4 minus 16, whose degree is 4. So definitely this polynomial will have at most 4 zeros, means maximum 4 zeros. So why can't we try 1 or 2 more? Already we have got 2. So why can't we try 1 or 2 more? Because maximum is 4. So let us try to simplify this one also. So here x square equal to plus 4, sum that side, this will become minus 4. 0 minus 4 is minus 4. So here x is equal to, you see here, when I remove the squares, in the sense actually here I am writing this minus 4 as minus 4. If I remove the square this side, I can write here square root. And one more thing, children, here it is plus or minus square root of root minus 4. Here you can ask me, sir, for minus root 4 there is no root, means it does not exist, there is no value. But in higher class, children, in higher class, when you go to higher class, this concept will be learnt by you. This is nothing but here two roots are there. Okay, those can be called as root 4 is how much? 2. Minus 1 also it has some square root, that is I. Okay, actually here it is I. These roots are called complex numbers, that is beyond your subject, beyond your syllabus. So if I explain that one, it will become again another concept. So here this minus 4 under root plus or minus under root minus 4, it has also values, but these values are complex values. These are real values, these are complex values. So here we can write the answers as x equal to plus root minus 4, this is one root, and another root is x equal to minus root minus 4. So here the given polynomial, it has 4 zeros. So if we write them in order, therefore you see minus 2, this is 1, plus 2, this is second root, and these two. So we can write minus root minus 4 comma root minus 4, these are the zeros of given polynomial p of x. Let us see next question, that is question number 3. Draw the graphs of the given polynomials and find the zeros. Justify the answers. In this first bit is p of x equal x square minus x minus 12. Here you read the question, draw the graphs of the given polynomial. This is the given polynomial. For this we need to draw the graph, that is the first work. Find the zeros. From the graph we need to find the zeros, that is the second work. Justify the answer. What zeros you get from the graph, we need to do justification, means we need to do verification. We need to verify the answers. So here these three things are to be done. Let us do one by one. First I am going to explain you how to draw the graph of the given polynomial. See here given polynomial is p of x equal x square minus x minus 12. So this polynomial is in terms of x. So let us start this problem with x itself, right? So first I am taking the values of x. Here the values here I am taking as minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here I am taking the values from negative 3 means minus 3 to positive 4. Now here first you see x square is there. Here I am taking x square, right? So here next second time is minus x. This is minus x. Constant is minus 12. Here is minus 12. Now what we are going to do here? Just I maintain a gap between the numbers what I have taken and what I am going to get now here. So let us do first one. See, if x is minus 3, what is x square? Minus 3 whole square. Minus 3 whole square is nothing but 9, right? If x is minus 3, what is minus x? Minus into, now here minus x. See, if x is minus 3, this is minus of minus 3. So it is plus 3. Minus 12, it is a constant. Let us write as it is. Now here see the given polynomial is x square minus x minus 12. So if we add these three numbers, here you say I have drawn the number, this line that indicates that you should not add minus 3 because the polynomial is x square means 9 plus minus x means 3 plus 3 minus 12 means minus 12. These three numbers are to be added. So here I am taking this p of x as some other alphabet. Let us take it as y. So here I am going to add these numbers. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 minus 12. It is 12 minus 12. So finally this is 0. Now let us do next value. See, x is minus 2. So x square minus 2 square is 4. Minus x means minus of minus 2 is plus 2. Minus 12 as it is. Now adding them. 4 plus 2 is 6. So it is 6 minus 12 is minus 6. Right? Now let us write next one. So it is x is minus 1. So minus 1 whole square is plus 1. Minus of minus 1 is plus 1. Here this is minus 12. This is 1 plus 1 is 2. It is 2 minus 12. This is minus 10. Now let us go to the next value. This is 0. So here 0 square is 0. Minus 0 is 0. This is minus 12. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 minus 12 is minus 12. So we can write 0 minus 12 is minus 12. Now here let us go to 1. Here 1 square is 1. Minus x means minus 1 minus 12. Here 1 minus 1 is 0. Right? This is minus 12. So it is 0 minus 12 is minus 12. And let us go to next value, that is 2. 2 means 2 square is 4. Minus 2 is minus 2. This is minus 12. Right? Here you see minus 2 minus 12 minus 14. 4 minus 14. 4 minus 14 is minus 10. Now here next value 3. 3 square is 9. This is minus x means minus 3. This is minus 12 as it is. So here 9 minus 3 minus 12 is minus 15. So 9 minus 15 is minus 6. And this last value when we take 4, we get here 4 square is 16. This is minus 4. This is minus 12. 16 minus 4 minus 12 is minus 16. This is 0. Right? Now here we write order of pairs means x comma y. Here you see x is the starting value, y is the ending value. Minus 3 comma 0. First one is minus 3 comma 0. Let us write this point as first point here because with these points we need to draw the graph. If x is minus 3, y is 0. Here x is minus 3, y is 0. That I am taking as first point. Here x is minus 2, corresponding y is minus 6. Minus 2 minus 6. that I am taking here, I am taking it as B, minus 2 minus 6. Third value, x is minus 1 whereas y is minus 10. So minus 1 minus 10. So here I write it as C, minus 1 minus 10. Now fourth point, x is 0, corresponding y is minus 12. So it is 0 comma minus 12. That is fourth point I am taking as D, 0 comma minus 12. Next point, 1 comma minus 12, 1 comma minus 12. So I am taking this point as E, it is 1 comma minus 12, right? Here next point, 2 comma minus 10. I am taking it as F, 2 comma minus 10. Now next one, 3 comma minus 6, 3 comma minus 6, G, 3 comma minus 6. Last point, 4 comma 0, F, G, H. So it is H, 4 comma 0, right? So here I would like to conclude this box. Now with these values I am going to plot the points which indicates the graph of the given polynomial, right? Now let us plot these points in a graph paper. Actually here children, you need to use a graph book or graph paper, whereas here I will explain you how to plot the points, right? So in the graph paper, you know, coordinate axis, this is y axis, this is x axis. So we write this as x, this is negative x, or we can call it as x dash. This is y, negative y or y dash. Now first let us plot the points. Here you see x starts from minus 3 to plus 4. So here I am taking this as first this point, it is called O 0 comma 0. So this is minus 1, here it is minus 2, minus 3, then minus 4, and here positive, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now here when you come to y-axis, here we have a choice children. The thing is that here you see the least value is minus 12, means here you have to write minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 up to minus 12. The highest value is anyway okay, no problem, it is 0. So 0 is here, it is not at all a problem. Here the thing is that when you have the y values are more, here you have a choice to decide the scale of y. See here, as I do not have much place, here what I am taking, here I am taking y axis each unit. Actually here this is called 1 centimeter children. 1 centimeter I am taking as 2 units. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. Here also I will take minus 2, okay, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8. Still I need more. So let us extend this y axis still more, right? So here, yes, now this is minus 10 and then minus 12. So here without forgetting, let us write the scale here. Scale on x-axis, 1 centimeter, actually this is 1 centimeter, that is fixed. Here 1 centimeter I am taking as 1 unit. 1 centimeter I am taking as 1 unit. On y-axis, 1 centimeter I am taking as 2 units. So I am writing here 2 units. So let us plot the points now. First A, minus 3 comma 0. Here you just see children, I will tell you easy technique to plot the graph. The first values are called x coordinates, or it has another name abscissa. And here the second values are called y coordinate. Those are also called ordinate. Now here you just see the x coordinates. X coordinates means first values. you just imagine that you have a bike with you, a new bike. Just imagine this is my bike. Okay, now here I am going to park my bike at different places. See, first one -3, right? So here on the x-axis, see, always you start your bike with the x-axis only. Always you park your bike at O initially. Now first value is -3. So here I am coming to -3. Now my bike has permission to move only on this -3 line. If the y coordinate is positive, then I have chance to go up. If the y value is negative, then I will get a chance to go down. If y is 0, I need to stay back there itself. Is it clear, children? See here, first -3. So I brought my bike here. Now I have seen next value 0. 0 indicates I should not go anywhere. So this is the first point, children. This is first point. Here I can write it as A 3, 0, -3, 0. Right? Now second one -2. Again I am ready with my bike at -2. Then next value is -6. -6 means on this line I should go to -6. See here. Here it is -2 and -6. This is my second point, that is B, -2, -6. Now here C, -1. My bike is at -1. It is -10. -10 means I should go down. See here, -1, -10, this point. So this I am taking as C, -1, -10. Next point is 0. My bike is there itself. On that 0 means on this line I should go to -12. See here, this is -12. This is my point D. This is 0, -12. Right? Next one is 1. My bike is at 1. On that one I should go to -12. Means here down -12. This point which indicates here 1 and -12. This is E, 1, -12. 1, -12. Now my bike is to be at 2. So at -10 on that number line 2. Here this is at -10. It is F 2, -10. Now my bike is at 3. I should go to -6 means down. So here this is 3. This is -6. This point is G 3, -6. Now last one, my bike is at 4. That is 0. So I should not go anywhere. This is what H 4, 0. Now without confusing, let us join all the points with free hand only. Okay. So here see, just in the alphabetical order, just you join it. As you have no A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, in the same order you follow. See here, A to B, right? B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G, again G to H. Let us extend little bit this side and also this side. This is the graph for the given polynomial. Here you need to take care, children. On the x-axis positive value should come. On x dash means for the left hand side of the origin negative value should be written, that too. Here you see, if you write here 1, here immediately at the same distance -1 should come. If that side 2, then this side -2. That side right side 3, here left side -3. Right side 4, here left side -4. Right? This is the order you should follow. And one more thing, on y-axis also positive values you have to take on the positive y-axis and negative values negative y-axis. Right? Here you see, according to as per our convenient, here I have taken the scale. Here you mention the scale also very clearly. On x-axis which value means 1 centimeter, it is fixed in every graph page. 1 centimeter is fixed. If this 1 centimeter, how many units are dividing? See, 1 centimeter I am taking 1 unit. This is 1 unit. This is 1 to 2, again 1 unit. 2 to 3, 1 unit. That scale is important. Same on y-axis, see 1 centimeter. Only I am taking as 2 units. See here 2, 4, 6, 8. Everywhere I maintain the gap, the difference 2. And afterwards, now the question is that, see here, draw the graph of the given polynomial. Graph is drawn. Now the question is that, find the zeros. Now here let us write the zeros here, children. See, from the graph, okay, the zeros of the polynomial p of x are here you see where it intersects x-axis at a minus 3 comma 0 and h4 comma 0, h4 comma 0. These are the zeros. If at all you want, you can write the reason also. As the graph intersects x-axis at these points. So these, finally from the graph we came to know that these are the zeros. Our second work is also over. First work is drawing the graph, second work is finding the zeros. Now we need to do justification. Means here we need to check whether these points, means a minus 3 comma 0 and h4 comma 0, are they satisfy the given polynomial or not, are they zeros or not. So we have told you already how to verify the zeros. Substitute this value here, right? If you get that value, if you make this polynomial 0, then definitely that is a 0, right? Now here let us write, put x is equal to, here you see x equal to minus 3. I am taking x equal to minus 3, right? So you substitute the value here. P of minus 3 is equal to, here this is justification. This is justification, right? X equal to minus 3. P of minus 3 at here minus 3 whole square minus of minus 3 minus 12. In place of x I am writing minus 3. Minus 3 whole square is plus 9. Minus 3 minus plus 3. It is minus 12. This is 12 minus 12. It is 0. See here children. Minus 3 made the given polynomial 0. Therefore, x equal to minus 3 is a 0 of the given p of x. Now we need to verify plus 4, right? So here put x equal to 4 in the same polynomial. Now p of 4 is equal to x square, means 4 square, minus x means minus 4 minus 12. 4 square is 16, minus 4 minus 12 is minus 16. So 16 minus 16 is 0. Therefore x is equal to 4 is also a 0 of given polynomial p of x. So here hence checked or hence verified. Here you do a small correction children. Here I am saying a minus 3 comma 0, h4 comma 0 are the points where the graph intersects x-axis. So here understand, the meaning is that x equal to 3 is a 0 and x equal to 4 is another 0. So here from the graph the zeros of the p of x are, we can add here minus 3 and 4. Since these points intersect, means the graph intersects at these points. Now let us see next bit, that is second bit. P of x equal to x square minus 6x plus 9. So here before selecting the values, let us check a small number whether we get the answer 0 or not. Okay, let us test before taking the more values. For example, if I take here minus 1, then this is minus 1 whole square is plus 1. Minus 6 into minus 1 is plus 6. So it is 1 plus 6 is 7, 7 plus 9 is 16. So here whatever negative number you take, nowhere you get the chance to get 0, because we have tried with minus 1. Minus 1 gives 17, in the sense minus 2 gives bigger than that. And again there will be a problem for the graph while taking the scale, especially on x and y axis. That's why here let us omit the negative values. Now let us start with the positive values. So here first I am taking as x values, I am starting with 0, 1, 2, then 3. So here as usual first one is for x square, second one is for minus 6x, third one is for 9. Now to maintain the gap, here I am drawing a line, and here also. Now let us make some columns here. First column, So this is the value I am taking as y, nothing but p of x. And here this blank is for taking ordered pairs x comma y. So we can start now. 0 0 square is 0. Minus 6 into x minus 6 into 0 is 0. Let us write 9 as it is. Now add them. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 9 is, this is 0 plus 9 means 9. So here we can take x comma y means 0 comma 9. See, x value is 0, corresponding y value is 9. Just simple. First row and the last row. Same here. Now let us go for the next one. That is 1 means 1 square is 1. Minus 6x. Minus 6 into 1 is minus 6. Let us write the constant 9 as it is. Now here in this column you see 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 10 minus 6 is 4. So I am writing 1 comma 4. Now third value. 2 means 2 square. 2 square is here 4. Minus 6 into 2 is minus 12. Right? This 9 I am writing constant 9 as it is. 9 plus 4 is 4 plus 9 is 13. 13 minus 12. 13 minus 12 is 1. So here 2 comma 1. 2 comma 1. Now this last value 3. 3 square is 9. Minus 6 into 3. So minus 18. This is 9 plus 9 as it is. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 minus 18 is 0. So here x value is 3, corresponding y value is 0. 90% problems can be stopped when we get y value 0. That means the polynomial value, if it becomes 0, better we can stop it. Now here let us take these points here for drawing the graph. So first I am taking a 0 comma 9. First point is a 0 comma 9. Second point is b 1 comma 4. Third one is c 2 comma 1. Fourth one is d 3 comma 0. Now we are going to plot a graph based on these points. Now let us draw the graph to plot these points. Here you see, children, observe these points, all the points are positive. So here better we can draw the graph where we get more space for the positive quadrant. Means this is y-axis. If you draw like this, then what happens? In this you see, in this quadrant x is positive, y is positive. Since both are positive, we can utilize the space properly. So here I am taking this as x-axis, this is x dash, here this is y-axis and this is y dash. Now let us plot the points here, x 0, 1, 2, 3. So here I am taking this is O 0 comma 0, this is 1, here is 2, here 3, here 4. Now y values you see 0, 1, 4, 9. If I write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, place may not be sufficient. So if I take here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so no problem. So I am taking on y axis 1 centimeter as 2 units. So here this is 2, this is 4, 6, 8 and then 10. Here just let us write and leave minus 1, here also minus 1. Now let us start plotting these points. See, this is my bike, I told you already. Now just imagine like that. See 0. So you park your bike at 0, right? In this line only you have to move according to the next point. Next one is 9. Which 9? Positive 9. On this number line you go here. See, this is the middle point of 8 and 10. That is nothing but a 0 comma 9. So here I am writing this as a 0 comma 9. Now 1. See here 1. I am ready at 1. Positive 4. Positive 4 means you should go up. See here it is positive 4. This indicates x value 1, y value 4. So here we can write it as B 1 comma 4. Now third point C 2. See here 2. I am ready at 2. 1. See here between 0 and 2 one line is there. That one is 1. That indicates 2 comma 1. So this is here I am writing C 2 comma 1. Right. Now next one 3. See I am ready at 3. After that 0. 0 means neither go up nor down. So here we can stop here itself. This point is D 3 comma 0. Now let us plot these points with freehand. See here it is like this. You just imagine, what if we take 4? Actually we did not take. What if? Let us see here. 4 square is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. 16 plus 9 is 25. Minus 6 4 is 24. 24 minus 25 minus 24 is 1. So if I take 4, then definitely I will get here 1. So here let us take that point as E 4 comma 1. At 4 I should take at 1. See just here for our convenience I am rubbing this point. Here I am writing it is D 3 comma 0. Here E, this is E 4 comma 1. So this graph is like this. Clear? Now our duty, we have drawn the graph, okay, over. Now our duty to find the zeros. Where the graph intersects x-axis, there you can take the 0. So here I am writing from the graph, the zeros of the given polynomial, that is p of x, the zeros of given p of x. Here you see this graph intersects x-axis at only one point. Means, can we write the 0 is only 3? Here you see children, which kind of polynomial it is? Its degree is 2. Means it's a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial, maximum at most it will have 2 zeros. So we can take both the zeros as 3 here, 3 itself. We can call it as, actually we can say it as, this polynomial has 2 zeros. Other than that they both are equal. So here we can write that the zeros of given polynomial are 3 and 3 itself. 3 and 3 means x equal to 3 and x equal to 3 itself. So here let us do justification. Now let us do justification. Here you can write the reason also. The given p of x means the zeros of the given p of 3 and 3 as the graph intersects the x-axis at x equal to 3. Now let us verify that x equal to 3 now. So here put x equal to 3, then here p of x becomes p of 3 equal to x square means 3 square minus 6 into x means 6 into 3 plus 9. Here 3 square is 9, 6 3s are 18, here it is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 minus 18 is 0. That means here you see children, the value x equal to 3, it made the polynomial 0. That is the reason, therefore, here you see, therefore, x equal to 3 is a 0 of given polynomial p of x, or we can write it as the zeros are 3 and 3. That's all. Now let us see next bit, that is third bit, p of x equal x square minus 4x plus 5. Here you do a small observation children. In the previous bit, that is second bit, actually I forgot to give you the scale. You note down the scale like first bit itself. See, note down the scale. On x-axis 1 cm equal to 1 unit. On y-axis 1 cm equal to 2 units, because writing scale is must. Okay, now let us see this bit. So here p of x equal to x square minus 4x plus 5. So as usual we take some values of x. Before starting that, let us take orally. If I take minus 1 whole square is plus 1, and minus 4 into minus 1 is plus 4. 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 5 is 10. So here whatever negative numbers you take, this number it goes on increasing. That's why here better you don't go for the negative values, because nowhere you will get the polynomial value is 0. So here let us start from 0 only. So here first x values, and then let us take x square, next minus 4x, and here this plus 5, right? Now as I told you, x value let us start from 0. If x is 0, so what happens? X square becomes 0 square, means that is also 0. Minus 4 into x, minus 4 into 0, 0, plus 5, let us write plus 5 as it is. So here we can write the polynomial value, that is p of x. Here we are taking that as y. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 5 is 5, 0 plus 5 is 5. Now here let us write the ordered pair also. The ordered pair is x comma y. Here x value is the top row, that is 0, and y value is the least, means last row, that is 5. So first value 0 comma 5. Now let us take x as 1. Now it is 1 square is also 1. Minus 4 into 1 is minus 4. 5, I am writing 5 as it is. Now here let us add these values. 1 plus 5 is 6, this is 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. Now let us write x comma y, means 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2. Now here let us take another value, 2. Now 2 square is 4. Minus 4 into 2 is minus 8. Plus 5, writing plus 5 as it is. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 minus 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Now here if x is 2, corresponding y is 1. Now here let us take 3. X square means 3 square. 3 square is 9. Minus 4x, minus 4 into 3 is minus 12. Plus 5 as it is. 9 plus 5 is 14. It is 14 minus 12 is 2. So here 3 comma 2. Here you observe these values, children. As the x value increases, what happens to the corresponding y value? Our target to get 0 at least. If you get 0, then we can stop it. Then here you see, if x is 0, y is 5. If I increase x value, y value decreased. Excuse me. If I take x is equal to 1, I am getting y equal to 2. So here as I increase x, y value is getting decreased. Again I increased x to 2, then y became 1. So with the hope that I am thinking that I may get 0, y value 0 if I increase the x value further. So from 2 to 3 I increased. So now x became 3. Then what happens here? Y also started increasing. Right? Better, without wasting of time, better we can stop writing these values. So these values, with the values we are going to draw the graph. So let us take the first point as a 0 comma 5, a 0 comma 5. Second point is b 1 comma 2. Third point is c 2 comma 1. Fourth point is d 3 comma 2. See here I am saying the reason why I stopped taking points. As the x value increases, see y, starting y value 5, it is decreased to 2, it is decreased to 1. Then here if it becomes 0 means then okay, we may get 0. But here again it started increasing. y is increased from 1 to 2. That's why better whatever value you take, it will be go on increasing. That's why better we can stop taking these values and try to graph with these points, right? Now let us plot the graph by using these points, right? So here, as all the points are positive, so better we can take the positive quadrant to get the more place. Means here if you take like this, this is x, this is x dash, this is y, this is y dash, where this portion you see x is positive, y is positive. So because all the points are positive, here I give more place, more space for the graph here. So here it is O 0 comma 0, this is here 1 2 3 4 5, here it is negative 1. Here y values, here only we have maximum values 5 only, so we can take 1 centimeter as 1 unit. So here I am taking, this is 1 2 3 4 and then 5, here just minus 1. So here without forgetting, let us write the scale first. Scale on x-axis, 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit, 1 cm equal to 1 unit. Same way on y-axis, here also see 1 cm is, I am taking 1 unit only. So 1 centimeter means 1 cm is 1 unit. So let us write the scale. Now let us plot the points now. A 0 comma 5, just imagine that again this is our bike. So first bike point is 0. Now 0 is at A, bike is at 0. Now it is positive 5, so I should go up here. This is the first point, that is A 0 comma 5. Now second point 1, see here I am ready at 1, positive 2, so I should go up. This point is B 1 comma 2. Now here this is the bike point, that is 2, see bike is at 2, positive 1, I should go here 1 value up. This is, here I am writing, this is C 2 comma 1 and here this is 3, right, 3. Then the corresponding value is 2 positive 2, so here it comes. This is D 3 comma 2. Now here with free hand let us join all the points. See here A to B, B to C, C to D, right? So here you observe, does the graph intersect x-axis anywhere? Nowhere. So here we can write that from the graph, the zeros of P of x is 0, as we are giving the reason also here, as the graph does not intersect the x-axis at all. So here, as the graph does not intersect x-axis, without intersecting x-axis only, here the graph has taken a turning. So here in this case the given polynomial has no zeros. If there are zeros, then we need to find the zeros, then we need to do justification. As here there are no zeros, nothing is here to do justification. Now let us see next bit, that is fourth bit. P of x equal x square plus 3x minus 4. So here as usual let us take some values of x. So here I am starting with minus 4. So as usual here children, first x square, next second term is 3x, third term is minus 4, right? Okay, fine. Now if x is minus 4, what is x square? Minus 4 whole square. Minus 4 whole square is 16 plus 16. Next 3 into x means 3 into minus 4. This is minus 12. Minus 4 is a constant, writing as it is. Now let us add them and take it as p of x. I am taking it as y. So 16 minus 12 minus 4 is minus 16. 16 minus 16 is 0. So here I am writing the ordered pair. First one x comma y means first value here x is minus 4. Minus 4 comma y is 0. So I got the first point. Now let us go for second value. Here I am taking minus 3. X is minus 3. So here minus 3 whole square is 9. 3 into minus 3 is minus 9. Minus 4 as it is. Now here you see 9 minus 13. If not plus 9 minus 9 get cancelled. So finally minus 4. However you want you can write. So it is 9 minus 13 equal to minus 4. So here x is minus 3. Here corresponding y is minus 4. Next value I am taking as minus 2. See here children, till how many values we can take, it depends on us. Actually we are going forward by believing that somewhere we get y value 0. So till we get y value 0, we have to move on. So now here minus 2 square is 4. 3 into minus 2 minus 6. Minus 4 constant as it is. This is 4 minus 6 minus 4 is minus 10, or else you cancel 4 and minus 4, no problem. So it is finally 4 minus 10 is minus 6. If you cancel plus 4 minus 4 also get minus 6 only. So here corresponding x comma y is, x is minus 2, y is minus 6. Next here I am taking minus 1. Again minus 1 whole square is plus 1. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. This constant minus 4 as it is. So it is 1 minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7. 1 minus 7 is minus 6. So here let us write the ordered pair minus 1 comma minus 6. Right? Here you see children, a small hope starts. See here minus 6 coincide. That means it is not going below the graph. So here again it started, means hope so it may be rising. Let us see. Because here you see these values are equal. That means here it maintains the constant value minus 6. So hope so the graph may come up. Let us see here. So now after minus 1 we take 0. So what happens? 0 square is 0. 3 into 0 is 0. Minus 4. Let us write minus 4 as it is. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 minus 4 is actually 0 plus minus 4 is 0 minus 4 is minus 4. Now here when we take 0, you got minus 4. See here now the graph, it means it is coming up. It is about to touch the x-axis. With that positive hope, let us go for another value. So here I am taking 1. So here it is x square is 1 square means 1. 3 into 1 is 3. Here minus 4 as it is. 1 plus 3 is 4. It is 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay then. So here 1 if I take, I got 0. See here children, when we get 0, we can stop taking these values. So now here let us note down all these values. Here I am writing here A. First point minus 4 comma 0. A is minus 4 comma 0. Next B minus 3 comma minus 4. Minus 3 minus 4. C minus 2 minus 6. Minus 2 minus 6. D minus 1 minus 6. Minus 1 minus 6. E 0 minus 4. 0 minus 4. F 1 comma 0. 1 comma 0. So here 1 2 3 4 5 6. Here 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now let us draw the graph for these points. Right? Now let us plot a graph to represent these points. Here you observe children, x values here negative. Only one x value is positive. Whereas almost all y values are negative except 0. So better we can give preference for both the negatives. Okay, that quadrant. Both the negatives means here it may come like this. Here if you take y-axis. Here you can take both negatives, right? So here you can take x-axis. Why? Because here I have given more space for both the negatives. So here it is O0 comma 0. This is 1, this is positive x. This is x dash, nothing but negative x-axis. This is y and this is y dash. Now let us plot these values actually. Here 1 over. So it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Same way y it is 1, it is 2. Here we can write these values as minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Here we need minus 6 also, so minus 6. Right, let us plot the points one by one. First A minus 4 comma 0. As I told you, just imagine this is the bike and its parking place is minus 4 for the first point. See, I am waiting at minus 4. Right? And the next corresponding value is 0. 0 means I need not to go either up or down. So here this is the first point. Here I am taking it as A minus 4 comma 0. Now the bike is to be at minus 3. Minus 3 ready. Then the next value is minus 4 means below here. You see this is minus 3 minus 4. So here this is B. Here I am taking this point as B. This is minus 3 comma minus 4. Now C, that is minus 2. Minus 2 ready. I should go to minus 6 means here. This is C minus 2 comma minus 6. Next point is D. D is minus 1. Minus 1 ready. I should go to minus 6 means here below minus 6. Here this point is D minus 1 comma minus 6. Next one is E0. So bike is ready at 0. I should go to minus 4. So here this is minus 4. That is E 0 comma minus 4. Next point is F1. Say bike is at F, that is 1 and 0 means I should neither go up nor down. So this is F. This is F1 comma 0. Now here let us plot all the points with free hand. Join here AB. Okay, B to C means BC. Next CD. Here D to E. And then here just meant a small curve. Small curve. Okay, small curve. So and E2 then directly to F. So here this is the required graph for these points. Now again I told you that we should write the scale also. So let us write here scale. Scale on x-axis. On x-axis I am taking 1 cm as 1 unit. So 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. And on y-axis here I am taking 1 centimeter means 1 cm. Here is also I am taking 1 centimeter 1 unit only. So here it is also 1 unit. Now scale is written. Now this is the graph. Graph work is over. Now the thing is that we need to find the zeros from the graph. Here you see the graph intersects x-axis at x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 4. Therefore we can write the same reason. See, from the graph the zeros of the polynomial p of x are x is equal to minus 4 and x is equal to 1. We are writing the reason also, children, as the graph intersects the x-axis at this point is A minus 4 comma 0 and this point is F 1 comma 0. Now here we said that the zeros are x equal to minus 4 and x equal to 1. So for that here we need to do checking called justification. So here let us do justification now. That means here we verify those values. So first let us take x equal to minus 4. Put x equal to minus 4 in the given polynomial. So this is p of minus 4 equal to x square means minus 4 whole square plus 3 into x, x is minus 4 minus this 4. So here minus 4 square is 16, plus into minus is minus, 3 4s are 12 minus this 4. Minus 4 minus 12 minus 4 is minus 16. So it is 16 minus 16 equal to 0. So here we got p of minus 4 equal to 0. So minus 4 is a 0, right? So we can write that x equal to minus 4 is a 0 of the given p of x, means p of x means polynomial. Now let us take another value. Put x is equal to 1. So p of x means 1 equal to x square, 1 square, plus 3 into x, 3 into 1 minus 4. So 1 square is 1, 3 1s are 3, it is 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. This is 4 minus 4 is 0. So we got p of 1 equal to 0. That means x equal to 1. Therefore, x equal to 1 is also a 0 of p of x. See here children, from the graph also we get same zeros, x equal to minus 4 and x equal to 1. Here in the justification also we got same values, x equal to minus 4 and x equal to 1 are zeros. So here we can conclude that hence verified. Now let us do next bit, that is fifth bit. P of x equal to x square minus 1. So here as usual we take some values for x. So here only two values are, two terms are there children, that's why here better we can write only two. First one is x square, second one is minus 1, that's all, there is no x term. So here first I am taking in place of x minus 2. So x square means minus 2 square, minus 2 square is 4 and the constant minus 1 I am writing as it is. Now here we write the polynomial value of the polynomial, that is p of x. Here I am taking that as y. So here y equal to p of x, 4 minus 1, this is 3. So here last row, that is what here coordinate points x comma y. Here you see x is minus 2, the corresponding y is 3, right? Now here next value, that is minus 1. So when x is minus 1, x square is minus 1 whole square is plus 1. This minus 1 let us write as it is 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is nothing but 0. So here x is minus 1 and y is 0. So next I am taking here as 0. So here 0 square is 0. This minus 1 is constant, writing as it is. So it is 0 plus minus 1, that is 0 minus 1 means minus 1. So here x value is 0, y value is minus 1. This is y value. Now here I am taking another value as 1. Next value is 1. So here it is 1 square means 1. This minus 1 is constant. Now this is 1 plus minus 1 means 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So here 1 comma 0. 1 comma 0. When we get 0 here children, we can stop. So these values here I am writing. First one is a minus 2 comma 3. The point a minus 2 comma 3. Second one is b minus 1 comma 0. Third one is c 0 comma minus 1. Fourth one is d, that is 1 comma 0. Right? With these 4 points now we are going to draw the graph. Now here let us start the graph. Here you see x values 0 means minus 2 minus 1 0 1. So 4 values. Y values maximum value 3, minimum value is minus 1. So means in a normal way we can take x and y. Means x axis and y axis. So this is y axis and this is x axis. Name it as x and negative x axis can be called as x dash. This is y and then y dash. Now here let us take the x values. These are, this is O 0 comma 0, this is minus 1, minus 2. Here it is 1, 2 and then 3. Y values you see here. This is 1, 2 and then 3. Here this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Now before starting the graph, let us write the scale also here. Scale on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter is fixed. Here I have taken 1 centimeter as 1 unit. So 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. On y-axis, here also I have taken 1 centimeter as 1 unit only. So 1 cm equal to 1 unit. Now let us start the graph. First here minus 2, right? Now this one I am keeping at minus 2, ready. So 3, positive 3. On this line of minus 2, I should go to positive 3. This is the first point, right? Here this can be taken as A minus 2 comma 3. And the second one minus 1, see minus 1, ready. Next value is 0, means need not to go anywhere. So here this is B. Here you can write this as B minus 1 comma 0. Now here see 0, first value is 0. Then minus 1, means on that line I should come down here. This is minus 1. Here we can write this as C 0 comma minus 1. Next one D1, here is 1. And the next value is 0. So I need not to go anywhere. So this is D, this value 1 comma 0. Now let us plot all the points with free hand. Join AB, then BC, here you maintain small curve, means bending, then D. This is the graph for the given polynomial. So now from this our first work is over, means the drawing graph is over. Now the second thing is that we need to find the zeros. From the graph here you see children, the graph intersects at minus 1 and plus 1, so those are the zeros. So let us write now the zeros of the polynomial P of x are x equal to minus 1, see, and x equal to 1. We write the reason also as the graph intersects the x-axis at this point is B minus 1 comma 0 and this point is D 1 comma 0, right? So here from the graph we found that x equal to minus 1 is a 0 and x equal to 1 is also a 0. Now here our third work, that is the last work, to do justification for those answers. So here let us write justification, nothing but verification. So first put x equal to 1, put x equal to minus 1 in this P of x. So then P of x means P of minus 1 becomes x square, whereas x is minus 1, so minus 1 whole square minus 1. Minus 1 whole square is plus 1 only, so it is 1 minus 1 is 0. So here we got P of minus 1 is 0. That means x equal to minus 1 is a 0 of the given P of x. So first one is over. Second one, put x equal to 1. Now P of x becomes P of 1 is x square minus 1, means 1 square minus 1. 1 square is 1, 1 minus 1 is again 0. Therefore, here we get P of 1 equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 is also a 0 of P of x. See here, we said these two are the zeros from the graph. Here also we have proved the same. So we can write that therefore x equal to minus 1 and x equal to 1 are the zeros and then hence verified. Now let us see next question, that is fourth question. Why are 1 by 4 and minus 1 zeros of the polynomial p of x equal to 4x square plus 3x minus 1? So here simple, why are they became zeros? Means when you substitute these values, means 1 by 4 and minus 1 in place of x, then you may get 0. That is the reason they have become like zeros. Let us try whether we get 0 or not. So here first let us write given p of x is equal to, let us write the given polynomial, that is 4x square plus 3x minus 1, right? Now first let us substitute in place of x 1 by 4. So put x equal to 1 by 4, then p of x means 1 by 4 is equal to 4 times x square, x means here 1 by 4, so 1 by 4 whole square, plus 3 times x, here x is 1 by 4, minus, let us write the one as it is. Now here it is 4 into 1 square is 1 by 4 square is 16 plus 3 into, let us write 1 by 4 as it is, minus 1. So here you can cancel this 4 and 16, it is 4 1 jar and 4 4 jar. So here we get 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 minus 1. So if we simplify here, 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4, they have the same denominator, we can write it as 1 plus 3 by 4. 1 plus 3 by 4. This minus 1, let us write as it is. It is 1 plus 3 is 4, so 4 by 4 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Right? So finally we got p of 1 by 4 is 0. That is first one. And the second one is minus 1. So here we can write it as, here I am writing, implies p of 1 by 4 is 0. Next let us substitute in place of x the given minus 1. Now here you write put x equal to minus 1, then p of minus 1 becomes 4x square, means 4 times, in place of x I am writing minus 1, so it is 4 times minus 1 whole square plus 3x plus 3 into in place of x again minus 1. This minus 1 I am writing as it is. So let us simplify this one, 4 into minus 1 whole square, 2 is even number, so minus becomes plus, 1 square is 1 plus 3 into minus 1 plus 1, so it is 4 1 jar 4 plus into minus, minus 3 1 jar 3, it is minus 3 plus 1. So here it is minus 1 children, it is minus 1. So here we get 4 1 jar 4 plus into minus, minus 3 1 jar 3, this minus 1, here it is minus 1 I am writing as it is, this minus 1 comes here. Now you see, let us write 4 as it is, minus 3 minus 1 becomes minus 4, because both are same symbols, we need to add them by keeping a minus. 4 minus 4 is 0, therefore here you get p of minus 1, finally it becomes 0. So p of minus 1 is also 0. Now you understand children, when you substitute in place of x 1 by 4, you get the answer 0. In the same way, when you substitute in place of x minus 1, then also we get answer 0. That means here 1 by 4 and minus 1, both of them, they made the given polynomial 0. That is the reason, since p of 1 by 4 equal to 0 and p of minus 1 also equal to 0, since these two are 0, that's why 1 by 4 and minus 1 are the zeros of given polynomial p of x.